Our next speaker here at the Global Entrepreneurship Initiative inside the United Nations headquarters has traveled all the way from Nigeria to be here with you guys today. He is a life transformation coach, a trainer, and a speaker. He helps people discover, develop, and deploy their potential in life so that they can be back on their feet, restart their life, or live more happily and have more fun. For more than 35 years, he worked with Nigerian Eke Oil Company and rose to senior management positions such as Health, Safety, and Environment Manager, Security Manager, and Quality Assurance Manager. He represented NAOC and the HSE and security subcommittees of the Oil Producers Trade Section of Nigerian Chamber of Commerce, Mining and Industry, and served as NAOC representative on the Board of Directors of Clean Nigeria Associate, a company jointly owned by the major oil producers in Nigeria for Tier 2 oil spill emergency responses. In 2015, he started his new career full-time, which is really his passion and calling for helping people to discover, to develop, and deploy their dreams so that they can live a life of meaning and be happier. He calls this Life Mastery Institute, a premier coaching center for transformational coaching, certified him as a dream builder coach. Please welcome to the United Nations stage, Victor Eke Spiff.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. I'm here with great privilege to share with you my life experience and then a way also to come out of situations in life. If we cast our minds back when we were little children and we wanted to become all kinds of things in the world, we wanted to be successful in life, to be the hero, enjoy love and relationship, and also be creative. While at the same time, we were taught to think and then to do things by our parents, the society at large. We went on in life just like I did in my case. And in my teenage years, I looked back, I reflected, and then tried to see how much of this dream I've been able to really materialize. Because I looked around me and then I saw quite a great number of people die with their dreams unfulfilled. And then would I continue in this same way or make a major turn in the events of my life? You see, we all create the lives we live. And when we create the lives we live, we do that without really thinking. And until we begin to face situations, for some health issues, for some relationship issues, some others could be vocation. And yet for great many people, it's money, time, and freedom. All these tied together because they all make the life itself is, it covers these four main areas: your health, your relationship, your vocation, or you could say creative expression, and also your financial stability. Each one of us has to be healthy in mind and body, strong enough, energized to be able to carry out the activities of the day. We need to enjoy this to an extent before we can begin to appreciate people around us, to extend our affection onto people around us. Then we also need to begin to appreciate this relationship to an extent for us to now begin to see the needs that we need to meet to be able to help the people around us. That is where we create the values, we set up businesses, products and services to be able to meet the needs of people. And it is this value, actually, that attracts money. Money does not land on you. Money is an attraction. It goes wherever value exists. Jim Rohn said, bring money to the marketplace and then you will get paid. So creating lives by default or we create life by design. Most of us live by default. And when we live by default, that means the mind, which is actually in control of our lives, always picks a pattern from our past and reproduces its kind, because as we think, so we are. And the law of correspondence says, what we think is what we become. For some, it's law of attraction. For some others, it says cause and effect. And some other people will say, it's seed time, harvest time. You cannot be still outside if you are not still the inside. The mind works in two ways. It creates by design, it creates by default. When you begin to create by design, by conscious efforts, by defining what you want in life, the kind of life you want to live, then, and you begin to relate with that, then you are beginning to create by design. And that is what I call building a life that you love to live. But where you live by default, allowing the mind to pick a pattern from your past, which might not really augur well for you, you are just creating. Because one, we cannot uncreate. We just have to keep creating. And now really building the kind of life you want, you need to understand the way the mind works. That it works in two ways, by design and also by default. And then you set your mind and align with that which you want. Whatever it is, it's a dream. Every dream is an idea. Every idea is an opportunity, also a possibility. So if we relate with that, that is what we fill the mind with. And it is what we fill the mind with that the mind will reproduce in our experience. The law of the mind is same like the law of the farm. Whatever you put there is what comes back to you. And then we say, how do we achieve that? The mind also responds to two things. It responds to our persuasions. The things we say determine the future. And also responds to pictures we see. So when we look at life, we look at life in these four areas. On the health, score yourself from a scale of 1 to 10. And then whatever you score, then you ask yourself, what would I like to score in this same area? If you do same for health, you do same for relationship, you do same for your vocation, and you do same for financial stability. Whichever you score, wherever you scored the least or the lowest, check very well. That's most likely the area where you seem to be having a pressure in your life. And you probably do not know how to place a finger on it. So check where you have misgivings. Wherever you have misgivings, or should you have misgivings, then know that, like the rest of us, most of us, you need a new level of thinking. Because the problem you're facing is created at a certain level of thinking, and the same level of thinking cannot solve it. So you need a higher level of thinking to be able to do that. And that is where we are, to help in bringing clarity, that you need to also generate the energy to be able to achieve that which you want, and the courage to do that which you believe in. And much more than that, also the ability to generate, to do things that will move you, that will make you congruent in the direction that you want to go. And also ability to influence, to enjoy cooperation in the things you want to do in life. So I ask, as I leave you with one question, when you face a situation, a turning point in your life, a crossroad, where you need somebody to talk to, who do you reach out to? Who do you reach out to? You want to reach out to somebody you trust, somebody that you can confide in, and who do you trust? You trust one who actually you hold at a high esteem. Let us look deeply into our lives today and decide what we need to do, who do we need to reach. Some people will give you a great advice, and many definitely will not. So I leave that with us. Thank you.